Alright everybody, welcome to a project that I've been working on for the past week and a half or so. This project is probably now officially my favorite one that I've worked on within recent times. And so it's exciting for me to bring it to you all. So what we have here is a program, two programs actually, client and a server pair. See, we have a client here and we have a server here, which handles actions files on a database. So we have a database here with a bunch of files, bunch of actions, bunch of links, users, and directories. So basically, the server will be started like this, and now it is listening on a port. This port here is the name of my machine. So if you go into your settings, I'm not going to show you, you can change the name of your machine. Now at this point, any client that has this name and is on my internet can connect. So let's do that. From my client, let's connect to my thing. So what's going to happen is this server is asking this client, what is your name? So I'm going to log into my brother's account. So now I've logged in and it tells me I'm ready. On the server, it reacted by saying that a user has logged in. Sweet. Now we're prepared. So on the client, let's try sending a global command. We use the command brackets, and past the global, we enter the command or the actual text we wish to send to all of our users. Let's do a hello world. From the user, hello world. Sweet. If we go back into the server, we can see that an action was taken, a global message was deployed. So I'm going to open this is another client here from an executable function. Let's log in to a user. I only have 2 users currently enabled or in here. So if you add a new user, it's fine, but I'm just going to use this user here. Probably some loser, I guess. So now we can see on server side, he logged in. Now let's send a private message to that character Luke. Private, enter the name of the client and the message. Okay, so message has been sent successfully. We have a private message being sent here. Let's reopen that client. From this loser, hello, user. Sweet. From this point on, I'm not going to need this extra client, so I'm going to keep it quiet on that one. So, what are some other cool things that this can do? Well, let's enter the help command. This can also be done with the H if you really want it to. We're just going to use help for now. And what this will do is send me a ginormous list of all of the possible things we can do. So, as I showed earlier, sending private messages, sending a global message, sending files to the database, removing files, creating directories, removing directories, sending links, removing links, viewing everything happening behind the scenes, receiving files, receiving directories, and exiting. Sweet. Let's view who's active. So, view underscore active underscore users. There are no other parameters. And the only user active is this one. Cool. Let's view all of the users. View underscore users. Everybody's here. Now let's view the actions that this user, Luke in this case, has used. View underscore actions. This will show me the actions of every single person that's ever touched this database. Now note that I did a lot of testing before this, so there are a lot of logs regarding who's been messing with this. So let's filter this. Let's display only the actions that the current logged in user has displayed. So back to our help function here. We're going to view underscore user actions, and the ID of this person is 5. So view user actions, and then we start a new bracket 5. User does not exist. So I might have gotten the actual listing wrong on that one. I believe I printed it. I can also do it with let's do it with the other one actually. View underscore user actions. He may have been deleted unintentionally. So now we could see all of the actions committed, that sounds like a felony, from this loser here. So he's done a lot of stuff with this stuff. He's been really at it. Let me go ahead and display the help command again, so that way we can look into what's going on with other things. So let's add a link to this database. So to do so, send link, the link name, and the link. So let's send underscore a link. The name will be cringe video, and the link will be this. I already had this copy pasted. Link has been added to the database. So if I come over to the server, we have an insert link command. Come over to link and refresh. We now have this all set up. Sweet. So now let's view all the links in this database. I guess that's natural. So view underscore links. And now we have a bunch of videos. Let's try clicking into this. Oh wow, looks like a really nice YouTube channel. I think you guys should try subscribing. This guy seems pretty cool. Let's try some of these other ones. This one's the one I just added, the cringe video. Let's see what kind of cringe video I actually added to my thing. How to ask a girl out code. Whoever thought of this video idea should be fired. Let's remove this ID from this list. So to do so, we use the remove link, which is right here, remove link with the link ID, link 4, remove underscore link, ID number 4. Link removed from the database successfully. Let's go back to our server, and we have view link and remove links here. And under my links tab, refresh, it's gone, as it should be. So for the next segment, let's go ahead and view all the files that I have stored within our database. This will be the view underscore files command, which tells me that we have a couple of text files, 5 to be precise, and a Python program. Let me go ahead and open said Python program real quick to display for you all what's in it first. So open, and this is going to be held on my server, so I'm going to go over here to my server project, and it is stored in here. This file is the one that is referencing. Very basic program. We're going to be sending this from our client to our server, or from our server to our client. Okay. I need to keep this open. So let me double check on my server side, or let me double check client real quick. Make sure that we don't have this within there. Okay, I can confirm this is the storage file where our client is storing everything in here. We have a file. Let's try putting that GameHacker file into here. So to do so, the command was to receive file with the file ID. Well, what's the file ID? Well, we just listed it, ID number 4. Now note that this handles everything else that needs to happen behind the scenes. So let's receive file number 4. File received, file sent successfully. On server side, receive file has been enacted. So, back to our storage here. We've created a new source directory here in which there is a Python file conveniently named the same thing. Let's open that file. Now again, the path here, client, binary debug net storage. As you can see, this and this are the exact same area. So in here, let's open this, and as you can see, the contents are still in this Python file. Pretty nifty. So it works with directories too. So let's go ahead and view underscore directory by ID number 2. Okay, what this does is show you the directory with the ID number that you displayed. So the directory ID is this one. The name is this ID, or this name, and here are the 3 files within this directory. Now let's put this on our client. Should be simple enough, since we've done the same thing just now. So just to show what is actually within this client, or within this one, this directory 2, there are these 3 files. Now let's open up a few of them. So this one, howwasyourday.txt, seems like a conversation between a man and his dog. Seems like a nice dog. The JS project idea. Well, this seems like a very interesting databasing project for JavaScript. Might be a video upcoming on this soon. We'll see on that one. Let's send this over to our client. So to do so, receive underscore directory and the directory ID. Directory is not empty, which means that we have an error from the server. I believe this is an error from server because the actual directory was not empty. So I've just removed the directory real quick. So there is one thing there that I could probably elaborate on, is that you have to delete the directory if it has the same name before you enact this. So now I should have this on my storage side. So this is the client, as you can see here, client directory, and we have all our files here. Let's look at this one. Okay, conversation and database project. Cool. Now there's also works in the other direction, sending a file from our client to our server. So let's look at our server's kind of structure one more time. Within here, there is now no files within directory sub3. No files. Cool. There's stuff in there, and there's a README in here. Let's put hello friends from the client into this folder directory sub3. So, real quick, let me display the client again. Within the test source, we have this file. We want to send it here. To do so, the actual command we're going to be using is the send file, file name, destination directory ID, and source directory name. This will be what we use. Now for this, we will need to use all 4 parameters. Note that these 3rd and 4th parameters are optional. You could just send this like this with these 2 first parameters and just get that to appear within the storage. Here we're going to be specifying that we want to put this in a directory and that it's coming from a directory. So send file, file name, send file. The file name was, if I pull it back up, hellofriends.txt. Then the ID of the directory we're trying to send to. I have the directory ID listed in our server as 3. This is where we're going to be sending to. So 3, and then the source directory. This is the name of the directory this file is in. So test source. Note that these are very much case sensitive. So we send it. File added to the database successfully. Let's go to the server, insert file. Under file, we now have hellofriends.txt in directory 3. Cool. Let's take a look at what happened. So this is our client storage. This is now our other source. So here's what the resultant looks like. Hello with world on another line. What did our source look like? Same thing. Content came out the same. Lovely. So let's test out some of the exit commands. So what happens when you want to exit this? Well, brackets. We can use exit. It doesn't matter what you put after it. It doesn't matter if you put anything after it. It will ignore it and just send the exit code regardless, and it will log you out. Cool. In the server, it says you logged out. So technically you also disconnected here. Let's try being a bit more aggressive. Let's say I log in as a loser. Okay, server says, cool, he's in now. Now watch what happens when I exit this program. Watch what happens here when I exit this. We've just killed this program, he's disconnected. Perfect, what we wanted to see. Now theoretically, this also works with me using an executable code. So I have an executable version of the client written, which is what you saw me avoid earlier. This has its own storage file, so I could do the same thing here. I could log in. Let's log in as a new user. Let's log in as Jimmy. So Jimmy is a new user. See, not here. Jimmy is now number 8. Cool. Let's say Jimmy wants to take the entirety of directory 2. Receive directory 2. Directory received. I'm gonna kill this, disconnect, and reopen this. Directory 2 has just appeared with everything in it. You love to see it, guys. And now all we have to do to exit this program is to kill this, and it exits. So that's the server project. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed building this. If you guys have suggestions for future videos, I'd really love to hear it. I'd also love to hear y'all's feedback on these longer, more in-depth videos. As my journey in programming has progressed, I've gotten to the point where I only get satisfaction from doing larger, more complicated projects. So as you've seen, we've gone from very basic programs, a few calculators, etc., to branching out to do databasing and server stuff. So we'll see where this all goes. I'm interested to see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, I've been Game Hacker. If you guys would like to, please hit that subscribe and like button with notification bell on, so that way you can see whenever I post my next video. Here's to hoping that JavaScript comes out this year. Peace.